Today, I want to talk about how to stop seeking validation from others and how to build true self worth. Firstly, what is true self worth? What is self worth? Self worth is the inherent belief that your life has value without you using it as what you do for others, right? How you show up for others, how you help others, and what you do for them. Your self worth is not measured by how you are useful to others. Your self worth is your internal belief in that your time and your well being matters. You as a human matter. It's not based on what others think of you. You have to validate yourself first. You shouldn't seek validation from others. I learned about self-worth after I got divorced. I just wanted my own peace. I wanted mental clarity. Like, I wanted peace, and I wanted a clear state of mind. I was done with all the drama, the silent treatment, the lies, the disrespect. That's when I learned about self-worth, that I don't need to chase love. I told her one time, you only love me for what I do for you and not for who I am. She had no response. And even if she did, she probably denied it. That's not true. She never really told me why she loved me. But she would say, I love you. Yeah. One time I told her that I feel like I bend over backwards for you. And she said, how? I was like pretty shocked and stunned about that. Like, what do you mean how? What do you mean? I didn't say, what do you mean how? I just stayed quiet. I was just shocked. I'm not the type of person who goes around recounting their favors on people, right? I expect you to have the human decency to know, be self-aware, be aware of what others are doing for you, right? And maybe perhaps reciprocate that. For the things I was doing, I was not even getting any reciprocation. Sometimes not even a thank you. I don't need it, but it would be nice to hear it once in a while, right? I used to seek validation by extending my kindness to people who may have even treated me badly, right? I had this mantra when I was younger, kill them with kindness. So one day when they wake up, they look at themselves in the mirror and they recall the time they spent with me and the things I did for them. They look at themselves and say, I'm an asshole. But yeah, sometimes I don't think it works for everybody. People only think of themselves. That's the other thing. As I grew older, I realized nobody thinks of you as much as you do yourself. Sure, maybe your parents do, they won't care for your well-being, but then they don't know what you really, every day, every moment, feels like. So once I realized about self-worth and I started going on I chose a path. I could either get into my vices and drown in my sorrow or my anger and just stay angry at everyone, blame others, or I change myself. One way I decided to cultivate my self-worth is by writing, by journaling. I didn't know what to write, so I used to research, watch YouTube videos, and people would say, just be grateful for things that are around you, right? So I did that. I I decided to just write. I would write, I'm worthy of love, respect, and happiness. I used to write that I'm worthy and that I am enough. Now I just write, what do you call? Now I just write, I'm confident, just 3 words, and I hope that covers everything, in terms of self-worth and self-esteem. One other way to cultivate your self-worth is speaking to yourself kindly. Be gentle with yourself, like as if you were a friend. Think to yourself, would I say that to a friend? Don't curse yourself, Don't curse at yourself. Don't speak to yourself negatively, you're stupid or whatever have you. Talk to yourself nicely as if you were a friend, a little child, Talk to yourself kindly. One general practice which is good is, just celebrate yourself. Celebrate your small wins. Say that you're grateful. Say that you're proud that you did this. Grateful that you were able to make your bed in the morning. Simple things like that, Tidying your room, having conversation with somebody, spending time with a loved one, right? Just be grateful for those little things that you did throughout the day. Maybe going for a walk. Be proud of yourself that you took some time out for yourself and you went out for a walk. That you meditated for 10 minutes. That you went to the gym for like an hour. You lifted weights today. Things like that. And if you're isolating yourself and you don't have anybody around, just look at your own surroundings. Like this table. Be grateful. I'm grateful for this table. I'm grateful that I can put my stuff on here. I'm grateful for the chair I'm sitting on. It's comfortable, it's sturdy. It's holding me up. I'm grateful for the roof that I have over my head. I'm grateful for the food. Now, who are you grateful for? Who are you grateful to? That is the question. People say grateful to the universe. I, myself, being a Muslim, I believe God is the creator. I'm grateful to Him. Being grateful, writing down that you're grateful, right, is a sense, it's type of a prayer to the Almighty, the Creator. I don't pray to the universe. I say the universe, but sometimes the universe is also a creation. And just like us, we are created by God. So I go to the one true God, the source, who created everything in the universe. I don't know why I went into that territory, but yes, just be grateful. Just be grateful for things that you have. Start there. And other things about validation, seeking validation. Seeking validation from others, you stop yourself for a minute and think why you're doing something. Is it for others or is it for yourself? Think about that. Just start thinking, training your mind in that sense, where you're, in that you're aware that of your thoughts and your feelings when you're around people. I used to being an empath, I used to be kind, be nice to people, even when they were not deserving of it. And I realized that's not the way to go. Sometimes you just have to walk away to protect your peace. You know, be mindful of your of the people you're with. When you leave their company, how do you feel? Do you feel refreshed, energized, or do you feel drained? Do you feel like shit? You know, do they belittle you? Do they talk badly to you, put you down? I used to hang out with those kind of people, right? Who would disrespect you. I would just stick around because, I, as long as they were funny and they were not really taking like below the belt jabs, you know, I learned that much that, I could tell if someone is really disrespecting me or someone is just, messing around because they're friends and stuff. You know how friends are, guy friends are. They talk shit sometimes. But if it really bothers you, then I would say gradually phase them out. People, people real that I really liked. How I lost friends is just by giving them money, and then asking for it back, and then they'll just quietly disappear, which is fine. Sometimes I wouldn't even ask for the money back. Like I would take a long time. I asked one friend about giving me back money that he owed me, and then I never saw him again. And this was the person I used to spend a lot of time with. It was fine. I didn't feel that bad about it. That he just, didn't reach out again. I didn't reach out. Like, you need two hands to clap. It's not all his fault or anything, but it is what it is. I was already thinking that I didn't enjoy my time anymore with him. I felt like I was just wasting time. That's one way. That's the other way of discovering your self-worth, where you feel like there's something you could be doing better with your time. One way to like cultivate your self-worth is by doing things that you like, even if you have to do it alone. You don't always need company. You can do, if you want to go to a cafe, go sit in a cafe, go read a book in a park, go for a walk alone. You don't always need company. You don't need validation for your existence. You can just be, and that's okay. You're enough as you are. Someone once said, go where you're appreciated, not where you're just tolerated. Find your people, find your tribe. There will be, when you gradually phase your friends out, you'll want to find other people that are like-minded. And the best way to do that is just pursue your own hobbies, whatever they may be. Go play some sports, learn how to fight, go to the gym, go paddle, go do any activity, get outside of your own home. Like, don't just stay home. If you want to find people, you have to go outside. Don't try to find people online. Don't go on. I wouldn't recommend you finding just online friends. You need people around you who are close proximity. One of the reasons why I came down to Bali, I guess people just disappointed me, and I came here to find people who think more like me, who are just with good vibes, good energy, kind-heartedness, There people over here when I before I came to Bali, I just saw the I watched many vlogs, I watched many Instagram stories and reels. A lot of the influencers, people of influence, and I won't say influencers. They're not like sound like Kim Kardashian or something. They're people who talk, who give wisdom, about stoicism, masculinity, and all that. They moved out to Bali. I bumped into a few of them. That was cool, but you know, I came to Bali not to find myself, but to express myself, to show myself, to come out in the world. A free world, where people are respectful and kind to you, just as I am to others. Learn. One thing I uh, I wanted to talk about was about if you know anything about esoteric knowledge. In esotericism, they believe that your reality reflects your inner world. So how you feel, how you think inside, will be reflected into your reality. So you have to validate yourself. If you want respect, you have to give yourself respect first. If you want love, love yourself first. You know, before you can get it from others. You have to build that confidence in yourself. Confidence does not come from, just being competent at things. You need to believe that you're confident, that you are. You are who you are. You are your authentic self. You speak your truth, you speak your mind, right? But obviously in the kindness, not just to react to things. You respond, you pause. Confidence comes from within, that you know that you're more than capable of things. I came to Bali because I knew I had I had confidence in myself that I'm more than capable of handling myself living out here alone. This is the first time I did a solo trip completely alone, where I don't know anybody before coming here. I didn't have any friends. I met people, I made great connections. I've been here for a month now. I made some great friends, and I had some really deep connections that are like some mind-blowing stuff that I still processing at this time. You know, people who helped me along with my journey, and I'm just grateful to God that I'm here. I'm here now. I'm not saying you move to Bali. It's first you have to work on yourself. You can move wherever you like. If you have to leave somewhere, if you have to just go away, plan yourself a trip. It can be a short trip. It could be for a couple of weeks, a week. Just be out there alone. Do what you want to do. Be yourself. Go alone. That's how you build true confidence. When you can live on your own, you can sit in the cafe, you can sit in a restaurant and eat by yourself. You dress the way you want to. You move when you want to. You want to do something, do it. You don't have to wait on others. It's just, I think that would be the best way to build true confidence. That's how I did it. My confidence is really peaking right now, and I feel like I'm thriving in that. This is why I'm here, to speak in front of you. Once you can live with yourself, that's when you find peace. True peace and true self-worth. You are worthy of love, respect, and happiness, as we all are. When you discover your self-worth, and you cultivate it, that's where you will find true peace within yourself, and you'll grow your confidence level to new levels. Everything will improve, your life will improve, you'll start thriving, you'll take the right steps to move in the right direction. I hope you remember that, you're not alone in this feeling. Once you do cultivate your self worth, things will get better. I promise you.